How's it going, everyone? My name is Nard, and today we'll be looking at games that are on a discount of 90% off or more. First off, we have Left 4 Dead 2 here. This one's a classic. I mentioned it every sale, and I always will. It's an amazing co-op game against zombies. Play it right now if you haven't already. It's super fun. 90% off down to just $1 USD. Next up, we have Star Wars Squadrons. This one's mixed reviews. I put it on here because you might like it, and if you do, it's really cheap. It's $2, 95% off, but it is just a Star Wars flying game. So if you don't like Star Wars flying games, don't get it. Next up is Civ 6. This is kind of a slower paced strategy turn-based game, more kind of like a board game than like an action game. It's strategic, happens in turns. There's a whole bunch of information that you gotta just track and keep tracking. But it's a lot of fun for those that do like it. If you're looking for a more serious game to play with your friends, 90% off down to $6 USD. Next up here, we have Injustice 2. This is a fighting game, kind of similar to Mortal Kombat, but you're using superheroes, so stuff, heroes like Batman versus Superman, stuff like that. I've never really been super into fighting games, but I did just recently get this with a Humble Bundle Warner Brothers pack, so I'll be playing it soon. This is 90% off down to just $5 USD. Next up here, we have XCOM 2. This is another turn-based strategy game, RPG. I have never really been into games kind of like this, the RPG kind of turn-based stuff, but I know a lot of people do really like this game especially, and games like it. So look a little bit into it. It might be right up your alley. It's 90% off down to just $6 USD right now. Next here we have Portal 2. I always mention these games too. A lot of people have corrected me, or just kind of not really corrected me, but more given a better suggestion, because these Valve games are always 90% off. But if you do just want a whole bunch of Valve games, they do always have this Valve Complete Pack. This always goes on a really good sale as well. This is 90% off, and you can see you pay 14. Well, I think it's no, yeah, this is $14 for all of these games that you see here. So a lot of really good ones like Portal, Left 4 Dead, I mentioned, Half-Life. This is a great bundle if you're just getting into PC gaming. Next up here, we have Need for Speed Heat. This is a racing game. This is the only Need for Speed game that I've actually played. It has a very slow start, meaning it just takes a while to upgrade your car to be able to get to a fast car. But it's a lot of fun. It's open world. The graphics are awesome. It's currently on sale right now, 90% off, down to just $7 USD. Next up, you have kind of a different game here. This is Black Desert. It used to be Black Desert Online, now it's just Black Desert, I guess. But it's a massively multiplayer online game, role-playing game. You choose a character, you choose what you want him to be good at, and then you just go out and do quests. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've heard there's a lot to do by people who have played it a lot. I played a little bit, and I thought it was a decent fun, but not really my cup of tea. It's 90% off right now, just to $1. So if you want to give it a try, it's only $1. Next up here, we have Dishonored 2. This is obviously the sequel to Dishonored 1. Came a couple years later. Same premise, but just better graphics. I'm not sure how the story and stuff compares, but it looks really good. Has good reviews. On sale right now, 90% off, down to just $3 USD. Next up here, we have Prey. This one goes on really good sales every so often. I mean, it's a good sale this time. It's a single-player game where it's kind of like a kind of Half-Life-y kind of theme, where you're like against like these weird like mutant aliens in like a lab, like a sci-fi kind of thing. Looks pretty fun. It's on sale 90% off, under just $3 USD right now. And finally here, I threw this one in kind of for fun, more for fun, but Pro Cycling Manager 2020. I didn't even know that they had Pro Cycling Manager games. I know they have some kind of weird ones, and I guess this is kind of one of those. But I guess you're just managing a cycling team. You're trying to get them to be the best, most making money, I guess, and best performing. I don't know. It looks kind of like a interesting game. If you like management games, it might be fun. It's $2 right now, 90% off, so might be worth giving it a try. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on these amazing deals this sale, and I will see you in the next one.